part of Ethiopia, a beautiful role model city of tolerance. Imam Wazir received his BA in sociology, and he worked in former INS in the American Embassy in Rome, Italy for 3 years, and for 10 years as a social worker with the Washington state government. Here in Georgia, Imam Wazir worked for the IRC as a senior case manager for about 3 years, and also worked as the director of a refugee resettlement agency, Africa Community and Refugee Center, for 2 years. Currently, he is a businessman. Spiritually, Imam Wazir is an imam not only here locally, but nationally and internationally, teaching tolerance and peace. Imam Wazir offers marriage counseling, weekly Friday sermons, and special prayers. We welcome Imam Wazir.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm delighted to be here this morning. Thank you, Emily, for this wonderful introduction. There is a lot going on in our community. Nationally, there are national leaders try to divide us, and we say no. Our public officials are our voices, but we need to get engaged. There are 3 kinds of people in this world. One, whom I call them P, passive. No matter what happens, they don't do nothing. They are part of the problems. We don't want to be those. There are number 2, whom I call them ER, emotionally responsive. They don't analyze the problem. They don't come up with concrete solution. They're emotionally driven. They are actually part of the big problems, and we don't want to be that. There are the 3rd group of people, which I call them, we need to be 2 R's. Responsibly responsive. That's what we need to be. I think that's why we are here today. Therefore, in order to be responsibly responsive, we need to find out who's speaking for who, for what cause. Are they dividing us or are uniting us? When we had with Congress Hank Johnson, I proposed then, it worked well, and I propose it to you now. I said then, Georgia United for Justice. Say after me, G-U-J.
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 So I want you to remember this, Georgia United for Justice. We want nothing but justice for everybody. We need to live in peace with our neighbor. We need to live in peace within ourselves. We need to be the ambassador of peace and be voice to the voiceless. For the new Americans, I say the following: this country is a great country. You can succeed. Big dream. Work out your ways. Don't slip. Okay? In your age and your children's age is going to be different than ours. For ours, our bachelor degree was good. In your age, bachelor degree will be equivalent to high school graduation, which means do what? You need to go up or higher, go to for your master. As you dream big, work out. You can be a pilot, you can be the senator, you can be anything that you really want to be. Along those lines, there are hijackers that are going to interrupt you from reaching your goal, and I'll mention the story that I'll never ever forget. There was one member of our community who was very decent boy, well disciplined. He was about to graduate from college, only like 4 semesters left. I'm not going to mention his name at all, nor from which country. So he was invited to a party. You know how the college kids, sometimes they want to get together to have fun. Which is nothing wrong with it. So guess what happened? So he went there to party with the kids. They get excited. Some sort of fight broke between the kids. Cop was called in. They beat the cop. So the cop requested additional help, helicopters, so whatever came. Whoever that was in there got arrested, including this decent boy. So I went for his defense in court and testified. And the judge says, Imam, I really like your testimony, but he broke the law. What kind of law? Guilty by association. He happened to be in wrong place, with wrong people, at wrong time. That changed all of his life. To this date, he could not recuperate from that incident. Now he's out of jail, he couldn't find a job because that things pop up. So as you dream big, remember there are hijackers that are going to block your way from reaching your goal. Clean them up. Clean them up. They are a minefield for your life. Make good friend, bring good life. You bring bad friend, that will drag you to hell. That's what the Prophet told. As-sahibu yazhab. A friend is a puller. Imma ila al-jannah aw ila al-nar. Which means either he can pull you to the road to heaven or he can take you to the road to hell. So you gotta be very careful who you associate with. This week is a very powerful week that we are seeing in our national movement. Our kids start to speak up with gun control. How many of you seen that news? Could you raise your hand? Yeah. Did you see that message? How it was powerful message, sending an unequivocal message to our politicians, say enough is enough. You remember then the Brady law when Secretary for Reagan was shot, a good gun law was passed then. You remember what from our own Congressman Gingrich took the movement contract with America? How many of you remember that day? So Congress repealed that good law. We still did not recuperate from that law. So our community should not be a war zone. But there are a lot of many been thrown out to by our silence, and we should not be silent. As we look forward, be part of solution, do not be part of any problems. In the name of advocacy, don't harm the very people you try to serve and help. Be educated, be well informed, gather the information. If you see yourself you're driven with emotion, hold on to your emotion. Calm down, sort out the problems, and seek the solution. Together, we will be able to make a difference. May Almighty God help us to do that, and may Almighty God help us remove all those difficulties from our life and our community. And I wish you nothing but peace and love and respect. Thank you.
This is incredible.
What are we singing? Why are you holding your camera? You trying to take a picture?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I think this is the last one.